My goodness. What the frap is going on in the world today? Oh, hey, everybody. It's Jay Zilla. It's What the Frap. My first live in a long, long time, the official one. I got the new studio layout and whatever. Frap you, Dean? No, I did not get a haircut. Leave me alone. I'm going to live my life. You live yours, buddy. Okay, so today I have a wonderful guest. He's a brilliant trick shotster, a child frapping culture, right? All the things. Yeah, let's just get him on. Mr. Coach Donnie Chambers, how are you, sir?
Good. How you been? How you been?
Pretty good, man. I feel like I should have had some kind of like, some applause or something going, man.
It's all good. It's been a long day. I'm good doing chill mode.
Oh, I hear you, man. I hear you. Like, man, it's great to see that face of yours. I'm trying to figure out, like, what's your secret? You haven't aged a bit. I've got some gray streaks and all of this mess up here. What's your secret,
Uh,
man?
Prayer? I don't know.
I imagine all those kids, man, keep you on your toes, and that helps. You just kind of suck all the life out of them, and you keep staying young, right?
Something, man. I mean, it definitely can be stressful. But things have lightened up a lot over the last 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's made my life a lot easier. I've moved from special ed teacher. So like the whole route and how I even got into this has been crazy. But yeah, started out doing special ed, classroom stuff, and a door opened for me to get in PE and have a little more relaxed life. So less stress, and that's the secret right now.
Okay, now what are the ins and outs of a PE teacher? Like, what is your life actually like? Or I'll tell you what, we'll do it this way. What's one thing that you do that nobody knows that you can safely reveal on this show? Exclusive. I need one of them,
uh,
exclusive.
just I don't know if it's any secret, but something I get to do that others don't is just have fun, just play with the kid. I get paid to play with kids,
Awesome.
basketball, football, whatever, whatever it may be that day, dodgeball.
Oh, wait, now, are you one of these teachers that jump in the game and
Oh, you
abuse
know it, dude.
America's
Oh,
children?
now I wouldn't use the word abuse, but I 100% play. So
Mhm.
recently we every now and then we have some free time, and so our baskets raise and lower real easy. And the other coach, I had two of us, teaching together. He was out early in the week, and I was like, it's kind of boring. We've been doing the work we're supposed to. It's like, let's have some fun. Had a lot of the basketball kids in there. We dropped the goals to 8.5, eight
Oh,
feet, and
yes.
just played 3-on-3. We do a cutthroat thing that's real cool. So your team gets scored on, you go off,
Mhm.
next three come in, you just play one basket, you just play to one. And we drop the rim, and the kids, they're having fun trying to dunk. And then, of course, I got to get mine in too. So
Oh, man. I've
getting
got
to
to
dunk
reach the.
with middle school kids has been fun the last 2 weeks.
Oh, man. I cannot remember who it was. I feel like it was me, Sadiq Ziad, Sidney Williams, Brian Zaydan, if I'm not wrong. And we look over, maybe it was Baker or somewhere around there. And we saw that small little rim, and we looked at each other, was like, this is our day. Now, I have exactly zero dunks. One could possibly count as a negative dunk in my
Right.
entire high school career. So, but right afterwards, I dunked a couple of times. Was like, it just
All
wasn't
right.
really my thing. And then after that,
Right.
it was like, just chubs.
Well,
So
that was
yeah.
like me too. In high school, never got one in a game. Could do it in practice and playing around, and just I was a shooter, so I never had that attack the rim type mentality. Mine was always let it rock. More of a Steph Curry before Steph Curry came out.
Oh man. Oh
So
man. Yeah, that's gonna roll us right into it. So I need those dudes to get in the comments because man, I'm telling you, I can't remember exactly who it was. What's up, Keon Hopkins? Oh yeah, so we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Okay, and then we're also gonna be posting later on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts.
all right.
The thing. Yeah, he says Brian Tanner was a shooter. Yeah, but what is this was business? I need you to explain that to me because I think it looks like you still got it, buddy.
As far as me,
Yeah, shooting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can
I'm not
still
talking
shoot
about
it.
Keon Hopkins. Get out of here.
No,
That
I
dope
saw
jumper.
something popped up about Brian Tanner was a shooter. I thought you were talking about him. Yeah, I
Oh,
can still
gotcha.
shoot it now. Just may not move as quick as I used to, but yeah, leave me open, I'll knock it down.
Leave me open. I'll knock it down. So you're still getting your
Actually,
cardio in, huh?
oh man, yeah. So it's funny you bring that up because what was it? It wasn't long ago. I probably say within the last month. Um, Outside of football and basketball, I've got a little bit of downtime. So at the school, I wear many
Uh-huh.
hats. And this time of year, if I'm not doing strength conditioning, I do athletic director duties. Well,
Right.
there wasn't any games, or it was still early and games hadn't started yet. So everybody's practicing. My daughter plays softball. So I'm waiting for her to get done with practice. I'm like, all right, I need to do something. I lifted that morning. Like, I need to do some cardio. So went in the gym, started shooting, and was like, I'm just going to mess around and shoot till I hit 100 threes. And then, so then I started timing myself doing it because, one day I get hot. I was like, there's got to be a record out there or something. So one day I just went off. Like everything that was coming off my hand was going in, and it felt great. I would do one where I see how fast I could make 100, and then I would do another day where it'd be like, what's the fewest number of shots to make 100. And that particular day where it just felt awesome, I was like, I
Yeah.
got to get footage of this. So I went to my SRO. I was like, hey, pull that security camera and send that clip to me. And so I got it. I posted it on, I think it was on Facebook, or
Mm-hmm.
no, Twitter, maybe both. I don't know. And I know it's Twitter. I think I put it link to Twitter on Facebook is what it was. But I tried putting like hashtag Steph Curry on there, tagging
Uh-huh.
him on it just to see if somebody would bite on it and comment. Because it was like made 100 threes and something crazy like 13 or 14 minutes.
Oh my goodness, bro. I can't
And
look. Where is this? We gotta figure out where we can direct people to see this video now.
I had to look
I'm
it up. I
obsessed
mean,
now.
yeah, it's got to be out there somewhere. But I started looking at Guinness, and I'm like, is this a record? And there's like they have a database you can look at, and I
Uh-huh.
kept searching, haven't found anything. So I may actually try to apply and get that record legitimate. Show them, there's a ton of criteria you have to do for evidence,
Right.
but yeah, if it holds up and they accept the video footage, then maybe I can have an official certificate on my office wall, like fastest man to knock down 100 threes. That'd be
Uh-huh.
cool.
So that's the aim now.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, so what is the record then? Hold on, I missed
I don't
something.
know. I don't know. I don't think for that particular feat, I don't think it's out there. I hadn't seen it. Now they have all kinds of records like most threes made in a minute, and it's like with somebody rebounding, with somebody not rebounding. That's the thing. The ones that I hit, it was just me, no rebounder, one ball, shoot it, go get it,
Mm.
shoot it, go get it. So that was
So
the
you
that was the
like
kicker.
humping it back and forth?
Not when I'm going to 100, because it, like I
Jeez.
said, it's like let's see what it was. Let's see. I know I got the stats because I keep them in my
Okay, I
phone. There
got
it is, right
something
there.
here from 2019. The closest thing I could find to it was a Guinness World Record for 3-pointers. A guy by the name of Anthony. Wait, no, wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, Anthony Miracola.
yeah.
31 3-pointers in 1 minute. You can beat that. Come on, man. What are you doing? What are we
Hey, I
doing
don't
with
know, man.
ourselves?
I've seen some videos of some of those records you're talking about. And they're crazy. Let's see
Yeah.
what did I do? I know I got it on here. So
I'm
yeah,
still stuck on 100 threes, like in
yeah.
like
Oh, here it
within a
is.
day.
February 1st. I wrote it down because I had to know when so he could go pull that footage. February 1st at 3:20 took
Uh-huh.
me 15 minutes and 17 seconds to knock down 100. So that's making 6.5 threes per minute.
Oh, wait, 15 minutes and how many seconds?
It was 17 to make 100.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So
And I
yeah,
don't. And you're getting your own rebound and all that.
yeah, one ball, get your own rebound. So, shoot it from the corner. It goes backside rebound. You had to jog all the way across the gym. But Hadn't done it in a while, but yeah,
Donnie,
it was like
Donnie, I need you to stop talking for real quick. Okay.
all right.
I need you to stop talking. First of all, that's the wrong scroll. But you are talking about 100 threes in that short amount of time. I'm still waiting for a career total of 100. I think I'm lifetime at maybe 14, 15, period. Like,
I don't know about that.
No, it's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. So talk to me a little bit about this, man, because what the frap is DC Athletics, man? What is this?
Yeah.
We'll cut the volume. But
oh man,
like, what is going on here, man? Like, you got
all
the
right.
graphics and everything. Talk us through it. Let's go.
So
let's get a play-by-play.
All right. So first one, half court shot. What makes this clip real cool is that this is no cut right here. I hit this. It was like, I didn't like the bank. And the other coach is to the left of the screen. I said, look, watch this. I'm gonna hit it again. So I walked back, knocked this one down, back-to-back half-court shots. What's real cool is if you do have the volume on some of these, you see the kids sitting in the bleachers.
Yeah.
They holler so backwards.
That's in. So is this just like before or after?
That one was sketchy.
This is unreal. Money. How many tries did it take?
With the one off the wall was quick. Like maybe 5 or 6.
That's ridiculous, bro. Oh, Harlem Globetrotter looking dude behind the back 3-quarter.
That one was easy. This one took a while.
I'd love to see Brian Zaydan try this one, man. Because we used to play some horse games back in the day, picking the shade.
Right. That one was a lot harder than it looks.
Well, just the height on it. Come on, man.
Off the rafters.
What gym are y'all in? Is this a middle school gym?
Yeah, it's one of the new schools, Battle Creek. So it's where I'm at.
All right. We're looking inside. Just another day at the office. We're looking inside Battle Creek Middle School.
Yeah, so back in 2010 when I kind of got into education, at Spring Hill Middle School when it opened, I would play with like iMovie, whatever that default app is on your phone where you can just put clips together and make it. I did some highlights for football. And last year, might have been springtime, you see the kids kind of sitting in the bleachers. So we would have class, and then the last 5 minutes with COVID's craziness, we would sit them down with 5 minutes to go. That way we had time to wipe down all the balls and sanitize everything. Luckily, we don't have to do that anymore. But while we're waiting for that class change time to hit, I just start doing crazy stuff. And then I started setting my phone up and recording it. And then after I got, 7, 8, 9 of them together, I just put it in that iMovie thing. The graphics are from Google Images and just made it what it is. So I don't know. They keep telling me to post another one, but I'm in the process of coming up with some new shots. My latest one is full court backwards. So I got that one on camera.
Full court. That's crazy. It seems like you're trying to start a second career here, man.
That'd be nice. I ain't got time for all that.
Be out there with Dude Perfect and whatnot.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about not just the PE, right, but also the coaching. Okay. And then how are you balancing, work life, I guess responsibilities?
Oh man. So coming out of college, like coaching really wasn't even a thought. When you're there, you change your mind 87,000 times about what you want to major in. That was me. And then, so I went into like something with exercise science. That was my major, exercise science. And that's how I got the job at, is that my music in the background or is that you?
Oh, no, I slipped some in there, just a little.
Okay.
Just a little yeah. Hey, don't worry about none.
Oh, you good, you good.
We're going to take care of you over here, okay, now?
So anyhow, I went, worked at the UAW. And then when GM hit all their troubles, we were contracting and I got laid off. So I was like, do I want to go work in a gym, something commercial where I have to sell myself and get personal training, or do I need to find a new career? And then that's when I found something that was, hey, if you teach special ed 2 years for every year of financial assistance we give you, then we'll pay your tuition. So that was kind of the opening gate to education. It's like I always wanted to coach. So, you know, maybe this is it. And so I went through the program, you know, and eventually found a spot. Spring Hill Middle was built in 2010. And Jimmy Young calls me and he says, hey, we've got a guy who was assistant principal here. He's getting the principal job. Would you be interested in coaching? I was like, well, absolutely. He's like, all right, I'm going to let him know. We'll be in touch. Next thing I know, I get hired on as an assistant, as an educational assistant for my job, and then head boys basketball coach. And that was back in 2010. So I was there for 10 years, and then some things happened and some new doors opened, and then made the switch to Battle Creek. And so for the past, I'm on year 12 or 13 now, been coaching middle school football, middle school basketball, and then helping and having a hand in pretty much everything, with a lot of other stuff on the way, but along the way. But yeah, the balance is tough. It takes a lot of patience from the family. My wife,
I hear that.
She's very understanding, but at times you could definitely sense the frustration, especially in the earlier years. You know, financially it was a struggle during that transition time, but felt like always during like Christmas, which was the toughest part. But around Christmas time, we just went through a whole season of football. We're halfway through basketball with still a lot more to go. And you know, marital problems like anybody else, but we worked through them, and things are good now. And we're in routine, and things are really good. It's really, really good right now.
Well, so I'm married. Let's trade credentials here. So married with 4 kids. Where are you at with that?
All right. So yeah, I've been married. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 17 years we've been married now. I've got 2 daughters, biological, 1 stepson who is 24. 24? Yeah, 24. He's married. He lives in Starkville, Mississippi, doing grad school at Mississippi State, and they have 2 kids. So you're actually talking to a grandfather of 2 right now.
Oh, congratulations, Grandpops. What do they call you?
Yeah.
Grandpa?
It's just traditional grandpa. You know, I wanted to come up with something cool, but nothing's really stuck yet. So I guess not till they, you know, really get to talking, but yeah, life is good.
Grandfather, my goodness. I didn't realize you've been married 17 years either.
Yeah.
We just crossed the 7-year threshold. What are you telling you know, younger relationships like myself, right?
Oh man.
What's the key here?
It kind of like cliche response. It's like communication, trying to stay on the same page, letting each other know what's going on, no secrets, do a lot of stuff together. You know, we don't have a lot of money, but when we do have an opportunity, we take trips together and just try to have those adventures, and it carries a long way. You could feel when things are rough and you're stressed, and then you can just get away both with the family, and when you can pawn the kids off on somebody and go just the 2 of you, it's nice. Like we just had a getaway spring break. It was good. We took the kids, went down to Six Flags and did Great Wolf Lodge with them. It was cool. Came home, did a doctor visit like Thursday morning, and because we were playing with the idea of getting away together, and it's like, well, let's wait and see how the doctor goes. Everything was good, and then like that day, it was like, you want to go? She said, yeah. So in a matter of 2 hours, we booked a flight to Vegas, sent the girls to my mom, and flew out there. I booked a hotel while sitting in the airport. So those little quick getaways are awesome too. But yeah, communication and just enjoying each other's company, man.
Yeah, I like that, man. So enjoy each other's company, communication, and basically making time, right?
Yes. Because it is a two-way street for sure, and you do have to make an effort. It might come easy at first, but you know, with time, things get tough. So for sure.
You still, so in the spirit of talking about making time for, especially for things that are important, how do you make time for stuff like this?
Oh man.
How does this work? Talk to me.
That goes back to communication. Be like, hey babe, this game is going to be on this date, and letting her know well in advance. It's not a last minute thing where I'm just out the house, but it's one Saturday. But yeah, all them pictures, man, that's all family time. Gotta love it.
Right, the softer side of Coach Chambers here. Now, what do the kids call you? Is it Coach D? Coach C?
Yes, it's just Coach Chambers. That's it.
Now that's a picture right there.
Speaking of that, yeah, they planning the 20-year reunion, man. It's coming up. They've been blowing up Facebook and getting everybody together. So that picture was cool. Some good guys there. Miss them guys.
The youngest, and of course the misses.
That was a Vegas trip.
I'm trying to, so in this silly little show of ours, we try to figure out how to talk to, the 17 to 24 crowd and the parents, right? One of the things I thought would be neat to ask a coach, first I need to go back. I'm trying to figure out who the frap is Jimmy Young. I've never heard of this person. Jimmy Young. The name's not ringing a bell. Man. What is this Jimmy Young thing?
I don't even know if words can explain it, dude. It's the no, I can. So to you and to me, it is the Spring Hill, Tennessee version of Bobby Knight.
Oh, so that's good.
So very strict coach that we had growing up in the area, but very knowledgeable, and I owe a lot to him as far as like athletic work ethic. But he's had to change some over the years. My guys who leave me and go up to play for him, they tell me stories. I'm like, y'all don't even know the half of it. Like, he don't do half of what he used to. But you got to change with the way kids are now, and the way parents are, the way people react to different things you do. Like, yeah, you gotta treat situations differently now. It's crazy. Otherwise, you don't have anybody there to play. Nobody wants to come out.
No, that's funny because I literally talked to somebody else about, when I first came here to coach football. They do sports a little differently out here. And, of course, it's a time jump as far as I come in. And one of the practice periods, it was a cool down period, but not the traditional cool down. No. Coach blows the whistle, cool down. And all the kids just kind of laid down their back. And the position coaches are walking around them and, leave all your troubles behind. What's bothering you? Like doing this, like, I don't know, ASMR, like therapy session.
Psychology thing, yeah.
It threw me off, man. I was like, whoa, this is interesting, right? Like, it's unheard of back in the days. Like, I need every second to go as hard as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's a little weird now. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, it's cool though.
But again, just like the misses and the kids and the benefit basketball games and the trick shots, you make time for things that that feed you or things that are important to you.
Right.
So going back to Coach Young, I'm gonna ask you for your craziest, not Coach Young story. We won't do that to him, but craziest teammate of Spring Hill High School story. And before you do, I'm gonna filibust for you. Don't worry. Sydney Dean Williams is watching us. Hello, Dean. Frap you, by the way. So yeah, he's watching. He's in Facebook jail for threatening me, your boy. That's why we got to fight that gummit. Yeah. So the craziest, it's probably two with him. One, Coach Young is ripping us. I mean, absolutely ripping us. I don't know how Dean got behind him. It was one of those like, stop practice, everybody stop where you are. And he drifted behind him. It was to the back of his head, and we're all just like, he's already furious. If a bunch of kids just start laughing in his face while he's ripping us, and don't tell him, we probably would still be running, Coach.
Oh man,
so that's one. The other one is some of those locker room antics I won't talk about, but man,
yeah.
So what's one of the craziest things in your tenure there at Spring Hill High School?
Oh man,
and call him out by name, dadgummit.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's a lot of locker room stuff, and just we would clown on teammates and just have a good time. But one particular play, and I think it might have been my senior year. which y'all would have been sophomores at the time, Freddie Bell was playing JV. And I believe we were pressing, and I think he got a steal or some kind of crazy thing happened in the backcourt. And as soon as he got the ball, he made a strong move to the bucket. He scored, and he had the biggest Tiger Woods fist pump that you could ever see, and it was in the wrong basket. So I tell that story because I've had kids do that in the game, and they look defeated. I'm like, look, it can never be worse than what I've seen before, and that one will always stick out in my mind.
Oh my goodness, man! Yeah, what's really funny about that is the year before, our freshman year, he did that in one of the freshman games, and like everybody was, hey! He just,
right?
He was so determined. Shout out to Freddie Bell out there. That going, aka Black Panther. He's a gamer these days.
No, yeah, man.
So those are some good times, man. That camaraderie, that like, it's weird now looking at it like scientifically, right? You're in this safe space. You push yourself really, really, really hard. You hate it, and then it's over, and it's whoosh, like a.
Wish you could go back to it.
Oh my goodness, man! They don't know.
Give anything, yeah.
They just don't know. So what are we telling parents? Okay, here's another big question, right?
Okay.
My kids is getting playing time. What the Frapp coach?
They are or they're not? They're
not. They're not getting playing time. At least enough for me and my photos in the ground.
Right.
I can't brag on my kid because he's over there riding the pine. How do I get my kid in the game, coach?
My favorite response to that is come to practice. Practice tells the tale. Doesn't matter if I'm coaching football, if I'm coaching basketball, whatever it may be. What I do and what I recommend to all my coaches in the building is have an open practice. As long as the parent is willing to come and watch and not participate. You're not there to cheer. You're not there to coach. But if you want to just come have eyes on and see what we do on a day-to-day basis, it pretty much tells the tale. I've got, story after story about parents doing that exact same thing. They meet us after practice, talk about how come so-and-so ain't playing. Like, well, come watch. Come, you can see for yourself. And I don't know. Sometimes they see it and they stop talking, and sometimes it doesn't do much. They still, you can't please everybody.
Right. So. You see that one move, coach? 30 minutes in, you see that one move? They ain't enough to start, coach.
Yeah.
Which is great. I'm glad you said that because my mom is notorious for being at like everything that she could, right?
Yeah.
Football practice. And there was times on the way home from practice, not a game, from practice, where she's literally looked at me and was like, I just don't get it. Like, if you ran that lazy for me, I'd sit you. It's like, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Shout out to her. I'm sure she's watching. But yeah, it's like she did a good job, man, keeping me for sure. Because I was always like, man, is this good enough?
Right.
I think kids kind of miss that because it's a lot of, you're the best no matter what.
Yes. Oh man.
Yeah. So how does a parent balance that? Like, you want to encourage your child, but you don't want to be delusional along with your child.
Yeah.
So what can I do to break that?
Man, I don't know. Just like you said, push them and encouraging max effort, but then letting them know that you're proud of them regardless of the outcome. Like, just give everything you got, and that's all you can do. Doesn't matter, whether you win, whether you lose, whether you start, come off the bench, don't play, you're a practice player, it don't matter. If you're having fun with it, enjoy that time and do what you do. So that's like with my daughter. I have a hard time, being coach mentality and always screaming and wanting perfection. And then you really want, you always want your kids to play sports and follow you and do what you did. But it's like, I've really tried to step back and let them choose what they want to play. Luckily mine, like at first she didn't want to do it, but my oldest, who is 13 and in the 7th grade, did try to play volleyball in the fall, basketball in the winter, and softball in the spring. So I've had a good time watching her while she's at the same school that I'm at. Like I said, making that change, that was one of the reasons I switched from Spring Hill Middle to Battle Creek, because that's where she was. And my youngest is getting ready to come up through there now. So that allows me to see her play more than I would have at the other school. But yeah, it's real hard to not push and constantly give pointers on what she could do better to get better. If she wants that and she wants to come at me and be like, Dad, let's go practice. Can you help me with my jumper? Can you help me dribble? Can you help me pitch? I'm all for it. But I can't come to you and be like, hey, let's go. We gotta go practice. You got training session at this time on this day. Let's go.
Right.
Like if they don't enjoy it, then it's just gonna be a drag. And I've seen kids get burned out, man, on these parents who are just like living through their kids, and it's just let them be kids.
Ooh, that's a good point. Living through their kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because man, so in football, I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's outside or it's quote unquote gladiator sport, but we really didn't get a lot of that. It's something about basketball players, man, where you can literally make a case for, hey, man, go easy on my son because of XYZ. But are you of the mind that, like, these kids today are soft? Or is it, what is it? I know it's different. I'm not sure why it's different.
I don't want to say they're soft. Maybe more lazy, I guess. Well, I don't know. It's a fine line. So like, yeah, you could call it lazy. You could call it soft. They have more options. They have a lot more crap to do. You think about when we were that age, like technology was just kind of getting started. You didn't have the stuff that they have now. Like the biggest thing, we had video games, and I spent my fair share playing Sega and PlayStation and all that stuff. But at the same time, like we were always outside. You know, I grew up in an area where I was very fortunate to have people around me that like to play sport. And that's all we did all day. When we could be outside, we played. When we could finally drive, we were always at the gym playing. But when, the gym closed, we were on the games. Now they're on them all the time, but they're on their phone. You don't have to go home and put the game in and play on the TV. Now you can play on your daggum phone anywhere. You download 2K and play it right there, while you're waiting for class to start. I don't know. But there are definitely a few out there that work hard, that get after it, that are the special players. And anytime you get those, man, you really enjoy that time. Like I've got a couple kids now that they're hungry and they get after it. And it's fun coaching those kind of guys.
Yeah, we always like the ones with the dog in them, quote unquote.
Right.
The ones that you have to kind of pull back. I'll tell my guys, those are my favorite ones.
Even the quiet ones that just work hard. Like I got a kid now. He's a current 7th grader. He started at quarterback for us in 6th grade, like back to last year. Started at quarterback. I think he may have even started some games. He did start some games last year in basketball. The kid plays baseball. He's not that loud, outspoken leader. He's not going to rip your head off and do anything. He's just smart as crap, and he does everything. He does everything right, and he goes hard, and he'll never question anything. Like that's the dude that will try to run through the brick wall if you ask him to, even though he knows he can't do it, but he's going to at least go down trying.
Like, so I'm pretty sure there's some limitations to that, but if you say so. I love it, man. Yeah. I don't know. I try to implement that in my kids to make sure that, like, hey, err on the side of effort, right?
Right.
Like, I don't think I've heard a coach once say, hey, stop. Everybody on the line, dadgummit. You're giving too much effort.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing all this effort around here. So I'm saying
you're playing too hard.
When all else fails, go overboard. and the coach will have to pull you back, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but there's a couple of things I want to go back to. Okay.
All right.
One, I want to shout out to you aging both of us by uttering such phrases like as dadgum and Sega. I just want okay, so hold on, let me talk to the audience real quick. Kids, if you're watching, this is your old Uncle Jay Zilla. Sega was a video game about 4,000 generations before PlayStation 5. Okay, all right, back on it. Look, Google. I don't know, like what's the
Sega Genesis?
Sonic, right?
Sonic, yeah. I mean, that's a classic.
Some Madden.
Sonic is Sega's Mario Brothers. I mean, it was one step past the Nintendo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The other thing, I gotta call you out on this, man. On this show, we try to be honest as possible. Okay, let's be real. You went to Battle Creek to keep an eye on your daughter, did you not? to just glare at any dude with that cute headbangs. Like, you telling me that you went from one school to the other, I just wanted to connect and see her play. Get the frap out of here, bro. I know you just walking through the look. Probably got his shirt off with a daggone bat in his hand. Hey, eyes forward. Get the frap out of here. That's right. You know.
She's good at taking care of herself, man. It's kind of a long story to that change. Like I said, I was at that school for 10 years. We had a nice, good, close-knit group that we all coached football together. And then like the head football coach also did baseball. I did basketball. Like we did everything. And one of the other assistants, he did soccer. Like we pretty much ran that school athletically. And that year, it was actually COVID year. So we went through the 19 season together, and then spring of 2020, he got a job offer to go to, or he went and interviewed to go to Richland High School and coach football. So he's stepping up from middle school to high school. And, I was kind of thinking about staying and doing, trying to take over the football program as head coach, continuing the thing with basketball, and just things didn't really work out. And at the same time, Battle Creek PE opened. See, when I was at Spring Hill, like I told you when I started, I was in the classroom. Now I've been itching to get to the gym where you don't have the paperwork that you do in the classroom. Man, paperwork in special ed is so crazy. So to get to a daily job where like the hardest thing I have to do is make sure these kids don't get hurt. Like it was a no-brainer. So I interviewed at Battle Creek with the still possibility of staying at Spring Hill Middle. My former assistant principal from Spring Hill Middle went over to Battle Creek. And so I had a lot of familiar faces over there. Teachers who taught with me at Spring Hill had transferred to Battle Creek, and it just felt like a good fit, closer to my house, daughters there, younger daughters coming up through there in a couple years. Everything just kind of aligned, and it just felt like it was time for a change. And it's been good. Yeah.
I don't frapping by it. You did it. I'm sticking to my guns, that gum.
Right.
We gotta do a quick Dean. That gum hashtag ducking Dean out there, frapping ducking this fight. Donnie, I can't even begin to explain the beef I have with this guy. Like, it is so real. And I said, okay, you only respect strength, so we're gonna climb into that boxing ring, and either I'm gonna be humbled or he is. So stay tuned for that, man. What's up, Lee Sparkman? See Sparkman there soon. Okay, got a couple of keys out there. The Mario Liggins says we took a poll and want to hear Donnie sing.
Oh man, that ship has sailed. Tell him that ship has sailed, dude.
My God, he says he's retired. Captain Crunch.
Oh man,
yeah, man. So look, we're gonna do a quick Dean update because, like I said, he's in Facebook jail. So I knew he was gonna be watching, and he's texting me like crazy. So he says, "No, they soft as bleep. Keep it clean." Says soft bleep kids do some bleep push-ups. So that's been a Dean update. His presence is omnipresent around here. Yeah, man. So look, I want to go back to this burnout thing because I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the signs that your child is going through a burnout period, and what are some possible fixes?
Oh man, some signs. Number one, look at their schedule, like never having a break, never having a chance to be a kid. They're every single day of the calendar, they're in season or they're having to go to training or do something like, and then you could see like just the expression on their face, their body language, happy when practice is canceled or, if a game is canceled, something like that. You could tell they need that downtime. And it happens more so with that parent that, like I said, they're the ones that try to live through them or the ones that are just constantly pushing. Like our county has come to me a couple of times. They're like, how come you ain't doing stuff in the summer? Why don't y'all go to this clinic? Why don't y'all go to this camp and play in a summer league and do this and do that? Like, man, a lot of my guys play multiple sports. And at the same time, like, when are they off? When are they a kid, a child, just go outside and play, go swimming, sleep in, not constantly have to be working on their game, which I know, if you want to get to the next level, if you want to do this, you want to get better, you got to put in the work. But at the same time, if you ain't having fun doing it, I hear so many stories about people getting to college or getting where they want to be and not realizing how much of a job it is. Like, this isn't even fun anymore. And then they're done.
You are preaching to the choir. That's part of my little spiel about Vanderbilt, man. Going there, and just used to doing everything on my own, right? Not needing my mom for help for homework or anything like that. And then going to one of the best schools in the nation, academically, right? Emphasis on the academic part.
Right.
So I was not prepared at all, but even more, I wasn't prepared to ask people for help.
Yeah.
I kept saying, I'll figure it out. I'm trying to do some reading. I'm trying to do like everything on my own. It's like we had world-class tutors there. Like they would have given me a tutor for each class. They would have given me a brand new laptop. All these things that I didn't tap into because I had some weird like pride thing of like, no, I got myself into this trouble. I can get myself out. And just kept digging the hole deeper.
Yeah.
So what are some of the tactics you tell parents to use as far as if the parent, right, soon as the person, a player comes off the court or the field or whatever, or even out of school, you own them about stuff, own them. What are you suggesting to those parents and why?
Whether they're coming off the field or you talking about like at the end of a game, they're on them or they're okay.
In the game, you get in the car and it's like, hey man, you should have been doing X, Y, Z, blah 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 blah, all that stuff.
Yeah, so that's tough because then you're talking about like telling a parent how to parent. I can't coach them. I can't coach them outside of the school. But what I can do is coach the kid and tell them, be like, their parents always riding them. Or I tell you what drives me nuts is when they're on the court or they're on the field and they're looking up in the stands like, no, they're not here right now. It's you, it's your teammates, and it's me. Said you can talk to them after the game all you want to, but right here we're locked in. It's just us. It's just like we in practice. But I'll tell the kid, if I know they've got a parent who's constantly on them, be like, look, let them know they did a good job. Hey, we're gonna break this down on film. We're gonna figure this thing out. Try not to stress too much about everything that people, whether it's mom, dad, friends, travel ball coaches, whoever it may be, just letting them know we're gonna work it out. We're gonna figure it out. Don't stress too much about what people say. So, that's on all levels. That's part of the reason why a lot of professional athletes don't listen to the radio or watch TV because somebody's always got something to say. So
yeah, man. Everybody's a Stephen A. Smith, man. Can you imagine the parents? They have all the answers. We parents, we can be interesting sometimes, right? Got all the answers. But I like that idea. That's almost to me sounds like a take on. How's it go in the Bible? Hate the sin, not the sinner, right?
Right.
So you're talking about don't worry about what the parents doing. Like I'm trying to figure out a way of saying it. Coach the stressed out person, not the stressor, right?
Right. Just trying, better dealing and going back to like your mental breaks with football. So much is mental health nowadays. There's coaching them and how to deal with daily stresses, whether it be classroom or parent. Because some of these kids, man, like it may not just be athletic. It may be a rough, they may be getting chewed out athletically right after the game, but they also might be going through, a rough home life. Like parents is always yelling. It's not just about sports. It's about I don't know how they're living. Kid's always dirty, never takes a shower. Maybe they're always fighting with their spouse. So, you got to kind of walk on eggshells when you approach those outside situations. It's tough, real tough.
See, I like this idea of things. So some of the things that I have a question about as far as the mental health or the seemingly prominent mental health issues now, right?
Mm-hmm.
One, trying to separate mental illness versus mental health. Like we all have mental health issues, every single one of us, right? Mental illness is something else. It's another layer or level. I don't want to ask this. So when I see things like Naomi Osaka, right, or Ben Simmons,
mm-hmm.
like I like that we're getting to a better place of, hey man, if you're saying this is an issue, let's go get help. Like,
Yeah.
right. So the organizations, at least, because the fans are going to be the fans. Oh, whatever.
Right.
He's off, all this stuff. But the
Yeah.
organizations, at least, are saying, hey, let's take this very seriously and let's get you help. Right?
Yeah.
So one of my biggest pushbacks of that is you can't take, like maleficence or I don't know, all the bad out of the world, right? Anything that may cause you stress. You can't
Right.
remove all that stuff.
Right.
So you need to be worried about how can we teach our students, student
To
athletes,
just deal with it. Yeah.
how to deal with it. Yeah. So are you along the same lines as far as that thought process? I know I'm all over the place. I'm thinking out loud.
Yeah, no, it's new territory. It's like I never thought, we never thought about mental health and that kind of stuff growing up. Like, I don't know, just the issues of today weren't even thought of when we were coming up through. So I don't know, it's new territory for everybody. But like you said, got to teach them how to deal with it, because you can't get rid of everything for them. It's kind of like you can't give everybody a trophy just for playing. Right. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna take some time. There's not gonna be a quick fix. It's just like anything else. Like, it's gonna take some time to figure out, and then by then, when we get it figured out, it'll be some new problems. So
yeah. It's fluid. It's almost like I don't know, common cold, right? We'll never get the cure to the common cold, but what we can do is teach you how to get you some soup, vape, all these things that can help relieve the symptoms and begin the healing process.
Right.
I think that's what we need to focus on. Yeah, man. So look, I gotta give you the show question. Okay.
All right.
I got a good streak on here since we were talking about Guinness World Record. I'm just gonna make up a bunch of world records for myself because I'm a narcissist. So yeah, if you are a car personified, what's your make and model and why?
Oh man, I know we were trying to think about this earlier. I don't know, like, I've got a car family background, not necessarily a car person, because I don't love cars. I don't know a whole lot about them. But dad works, still working for GM for
what?
God knows
Sit
how
him
many
down.
years now.
What is he doing?
Yeah,
just go live life. Go to Aruba somewhere.
He's still getting it. He's still getting it. So hopefully he's doing well with his job. But he said as long as he can do it and get the money that he's getting, he said he's going to do it. So he's still working. But yeah, man, if I had to pick a car, I don't know. I can't even think of a particular one right now. Something efficient. Because I pride myself on efficiency, like whether it be athletics or academics or whatever, like right. I get stuff done the simplest way, make life easy. Like, so if I had to pick a car, probably the one I'm driving now, just go with the one that was made right here in Spring Hill, the Chevy Traverse, because
all right.
Yeah, it takes care of all my needs. So
I love the mental jujitsu people go through. So when I ask him that question, right? Like, so one asking the same question to many different people, it's
right.
always fun because you still get so many answers. I got this idea from a professor who he asked a bunch of his colleagues, what is the meaning of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
One question, but everybody, he didn't get one answer that was the same. And I thought that was incredible. That's just how personalized we make things. Yeah, man, I appreciate you for taking that question that seriously, man. That was good. That was good, like an astrophysicist over there, man. Yeah. So last thing before I get you out of here, man, what are we telling parents? What are we telling kids of, I guess whatever age group? What are we focusing on as far as how to make your child successful, but also let them understand more of themselves? Like we say, hold on, I'm thinking this through. Sorry. I would say, like, we've said this before. Give me a minute. I'm okay with silence. Hang on. Okay. Sports is something you do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We talked about the tragedy of Fred Sparkman.
Yeah.
Me and people like me, Sydney, other people who had, aspirations of reaching, aspiring to a high goal.
Right.
And getting really close to it. But then, some things happening, just that cycle, that vicious cycle of
life.
When I first got home, life, right. But the idea that sports was my identity. When I came home, it was, hey, I remember when you were good at this thing that you did, right? Or I remember that you almost made it. Tough for you. It's like, okay. But the idea of like sports can be so quickly wrapped into the identity of people. How are you telling parents and student athletes alike? How do you get them to avoid that? Right, sports is something you do. It's not who you are.
Right. Man, I guess I don't really talk about it a whole lot at my level because I guess you start to have those conversations because I'm at the middle school. It would come up a lot more at high school because they're thinking next level, college, semi-pro, playing overseas, whatever it may be, whatever they want to do. But I would probably go to like where I was mentally, like coming out of high school, I wanted nothing but going to play college ball. Where we came from, it's not a whole lot of exposure. So just fighting to get where I got. And then just, I don't know, one day I sat down and thinking long term, man, it don't matter how good we are. It don't matter in whatever sport. At some point, the career is going to be over, but that's probably not even half of your life. So the other half, what you going to do? And that's when you start fighting those battles and figuring out what you're going to major in, what you want to do for a career. What's the long term? So not necessarily where do you want to play when you come out of high school? Where do you want to go to college? What league you trying to get in? It's like when all of that's said and done and your body can't do it anymore. Once you hit your 30s or once you hit 40 and you can't compete on that level, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do on an everyday basis? And I may not make a ton of money doing what I do right now, but man, I get paid. I don't look, I never have a day where I'm not looking forward to going to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't dread going to work. I get paid to go and teach kids how to play a game and a lot of times play with them. And that's my day. Like I said, the hardest thing that I have to do in the day is make sure kids don't get hurt or kids who are arguing don't get in a fight. So finding what you want to do, and whether it be for money or whatever, but it needs to be something you enjoy. Talking about somebody we both know with Craig, and he was coming up through Walgreens, and I know he's enjoyed looking at like stock markets, and you've had shows where you talk to him about all that stuff. I still don't understand it. I need to learn it because I need to get into it. But
he is on another level. It's incredible.
Yeah. So as if it's something you can enjoy and you can make a career out of that, like why not? Like that's the route we need to go first before we're just killing ourselves over trying to make sports happen when it's only going to be, till you're 20, maybe 30. And then what? Then we're lost. Like you said, we're lost because the whole identity has been, I'm a basketball player. I hate that. You ask the kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm going to play in the NFL. Well, you're not good enough to even make the team right now. So,
oh my goodness. Crushing truth.
Yeah. So yeah, just trying to help them find things they enjoy. And then I think our counselors and stuff are starting to do a pretty good job at like helping kids explore career possibilities. Like they ask, what do you like to do? And these are the possible careers that would tie into that, and just letting them see. And there's so much more out there than we have time to show them. Just, I don't know. You got to do some research, figure it out. And like I said, as long as you're having fun with it, nothing else matters.
Oh man, that is great. Couldn't ask for a better dismount, man. Any shout outs or promotions, anything you want to get out there? I know we definitely want to shout out Big Don and Mama Chambers, right?
Yeah, they still doing it, man.
And Deanna, all the extended family and whatnots.
Yeah,
Frappin Dean. Yeah, man. Anything you want to take us out with? Any promotions or just
not really anything pushing, man. Just like you said, family's doing well, still living in the same spot. Doug's doing his thing up there in Alaska. But yeah, just kids need to keep striving to be better in whatever it is. I love ending practice with one of those quotes, like be better today than you were yesterday, or I'll tell them be better tomorrow than you were today. Doesn't matter, football, basketball, just apply it in life, be better tomorrow than you were today, and everything else will take care of itself.
Right.
Another one I like is take care of you and we will be just fine. So.
Oh, nice. That sounds like a Wells Fargo tag, right? You can go fast by yourself, but together we'll go far, right?
Yeah, right.
That's good stuff, man. Well, hey, man, Coach Donnie Chambers, thank you so much for spending the time with me, man. You'll have to come back.
Yes, sir. Questions. Absolutely.
Yeah, my boys are 3.
Anytime.
My boys are 3 and 5, and they are some absolute monsters. I'm gonna need some guidance pretty soon.
Hit me up, man.
Definitely will. Appreciate it.
All right.
See y'all next week. Peace.